Legendary here from Drake Wing Gaming. Just sending me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tennis Ace June's Path. So y'all, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Yep, right there. Okay. How are you feeling about your chances, Jun-kun? I feel pretty good about them. I feel like I did really well, and besides, I played my best. That's all that really matters. You can't be satisfied with just that. You have to reach for the stars, kid. But there's no oxygen in space, is there? Wouldn't I suffocate if I tried? Atsushi's face immediately warps to one of confusion. That's not... Plus, how would I even get to space? Don't rockets cost a fortune? Oh, could it be you're going to give me a spaceship for my birthday? Atsushi-san stares at his son in dismay. Yui-san chuckles, looking between the two of them with a big smile on her face. In case you haven't noticed, he's mocking you, dear. Of course I can notice it. I'm just asking myself where the hell he got the habit of being like this. It's a secret. Just then, we notice a commotion forming around the notice boards in the lobby. Ah, maybe they're posting results already. Let's go look. The four of us push through a small crowd so we can finally reach the boards. Surely enough, we see the results have just been posted. I scanned the pieces of paper looking for the results, and... You won, Jun! And with a perfect score, even! Wow, I can't believe I got a perfect score! Atsushi-sen begins tousing Jun's fur, laughing. That's my boy, you really are amazing! We should think of a way to celebrate. How about we go to a restaurant? Ooh, I like that idea. I kinda already have plans to celebrate. Oh? They both stare at him in surprise, silently urging him to say more. Yuichi-san still has to make good on his promise to me, after all. Seriously, I'm pretty sure dinner at a restaurant would be a much better celebration than me cooking for you. Nope, I know what I want. I know what I want, and I want that. All right, then. As long as you have fun, then we have no problems with that. Come on, we need to drive home, and you're coming with us too, Yuichi-kun. Yes, sir. I make an effort to try to pay attention to the conversation at hand without burning the food that I'm preparing. And what was it like performing in front of that huge crowd? It was really fun. I just felt really confident and ended up enjoying myself a ton this time around. Jun and my little brother are engrossed in the conversation as the tiger relates the events of the day to Aki. As soon as we got home, Aki and Jun began chatting up. Aki was really excited when he heard about the results of the competition. For some reason, these two seem to get along astonishingly well. I want to make a joke about them both having the same mental age, but Jun would probably get mad if I did. Jun, how do you want your steak? Oh, medium well for me, please. Gotcha. What about you, Aki? Yeah, I'll have the same. Okay. I don't know why Jun was so excited to have me cook for him, but in the end, what he asked me to prepare wasn't even that special. Just some grilled steak with rice, steamed vegetables, and a side of miso. I swear, he's either really easy to please or he's still not comfortable with asking for much. Although, he did ask me to cook for him point blank. Bring your plates over here. It's almost done. So, coffee time. Oh, yes. Oh, this iced coffee is so good! Man, Duncan really has some incredible iced coffee. Anyway, okay. The two had been hanging around the kitchen by the kitchen island, just side-eyeing me in the food so they could swoop in like a couple of hungry hawks as soon as it was finished. I tried to act slyly about it, but it was just too darn obvious. I know you didn't ask for it, but I also prepared some Western-style gravy for you to pour on top of the meat if you want. That sounds lovely, thank you! Did you remember to save some for Mom? Of course I did. By the way, do you know when she'll be back? Aki shrugs, preparing his plate without even bothering to look my way. She said something about a late deadline and spending the night in the office or at someone's place. I didn't really pay attention. You have to stop being so lazy around the house. You should at least pay attention when people talk to you. I was doing my homework. What? On a Sunday? Just because we don't have class doesn't mean I get to stop studying. Yuichi-san, I think you're forgetting that you're talking to Akiyoshi-kun here, not yourself. Very funny. By the way, Aki, how are you doing with your studies? I'm doing okay. But the cram school I go to is having a parent-teacher conference next week, and Mom said she was too busy to go. I was wondering if you could go in her place. Can Yuichi-san even do that? As long as I'm over 16 and have a signed document from our mom explaining that I'm going in her place, then yeah. I've been doing this for Aki for a while now. Yeah, Mom is really busy most of the time. She was almost never out of work. Actually, she's kind of working even when she's home. She's probably going to die from a heart attack before she turns 50 if she keeps this up. Aki, that's a horrible thing to say! Little twerp shrugs at me, stabbing a steak and cutting it up with a knife. That's what happens to people that overwork themselves. The steak is really good, by the way. I really wish you wouldn't say such morbid things so casually. Wow, this really is delicious. It's just a steak. It's nothing special. I really like it, though. I've been wanting to eat your homemade food for a while now, Yuichi-san. I'm happy I finally managed to. God, you're so easily pleased. No, I'm not. It just so happens that the things you need to do to please me are easy for you. Sure, if you say so. Still, this is really delicious. You've got to cook for me more often. I wouldn't mind it. Just drop by for dinner every now and again. In exchange, I want to eat some of your food, too. You've been bringing a lot of delicious-looking stuff to school, and I want myself some of that. It's a deal. It's a deal. Man, I wish I could eat your food every day. Is this how grown-ups flirt? Doesn't sound very romantic to me. What? Aki? What, did I say something wrong? Of course you did. Why would you say something like that in the first place? Aren't you guys dating? What? Aki stops chewing, staring at the two of us with a raised eyebrow. I can't really get a reading on what he's thinking sometimes, and it really bugs me. Oh, I thought, after you went through all that trouble to surprise him today and how close to each other you're being. Was I wrong? Of course you were wrong. I mean, come on, look at it. What you're even suggesting. We're both guys. He nods, cracking a half smile as he looks me up and down. There you go. Say it, Aki. Say it. Say it. Yes, he said it. Yeah, I can see that. We're not in 1945 anymore, though. Two guys can date each other. It's normal. He shrugs as if that were his way of saying, and that's that. Where are you even getting this? TV and the internet. I actually got to install parental control on your phone. Won't do you any good. I'm better at using this stuff than you are. It won't take me 5 minutes to crack it. Just stop saying weird stuff and we'll be fine. Weird stuff, huh? He shoots the two of us under a suspicious look before sighing. God, you're both so clueless. What? I didn't hear you. Nothing. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat in my room. I still have to finish doing my homework. You two have fun. Sure, make sure to bring your plate down so I can wash it once you're done. Don't be stupid. I'll wash it myself later. Aki walks up to Jun, whispering something in the tiger's ears. Jun's eyes shoot wide for a second before he covers his mouth with his hands and looks away from the two of us, his face red. Aki, what did you just say to him? Nothing. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Homework calls. He quickly runs up the stairs, carrying his plate with him. Aki, don't run on the stairs when you're carrying a knife. Sure. Little twerp. Are you alright? Your face is as red as a tomato, and that's saying something when I can see you blush through your fur. It's nothing. But man, this food is really delicious. What's your secret? Jun and I chat about the foods we like to prepare for a bit before he has to leave for the night. Despite my insistence that I walk him home, he has me see him off at the door and we wish each other a good night. I wonder what that thing Aki was I wonder what that was that thing that Aki whispered to him before he went back upstairs. May 29th. Monday. Somehow I'm faintly aware of the fact that I'm already half awake. My eyelids feel so incredibly heavy that the idea of opening them starts to feel like wishful thinking. No, more importantly than that, I just don't want to. My bed is so nice and comfortable and warm. For some reason, I feel like I've gone through 7 rounds of wrestling with a truck. Well, hyperbole aside, I do feel kind of sore. I haven't been sleeping very well lately, and I feel tired all the time. Although, this is already more or less old news to me, thank you, insomnia. Last night was many times worse. I'm not quite sure why. Lately, I've had so many strange thoughts coming over me. I guess if I had to try and come up with a reason, it'd be because I'm troubled over my thoughts about Jun. Ever since he first arrived, he's been kind of like a typhoon in my life, constantly flipping everything on its head. It's scary when I think just how much I've come to love his presence in my daily life. Just trying to think of how things would have been if he weren't here makes my chest hurt. Because I got here too late, and class started. Oh my god. But she refused to show me around school. I get it, slow down. Take it now. Coffee time. Alright. He's clumsy and silly and always kind of on edge. Saying he's not good with people would be a huge understatement. I tripped on my shoelaces when I was getting up and ended up hitting my head on the piano. Next thing I know, I'm in the hospital. And at this point, I already know for a fact that he's hiding something about his health. Something possibly serious. He's not very honest about it, but I believe that the reason we can feel so awful about the things we do is because we love what we do. We love it so much that we want to devote everything we have to it, and that makes us worry when we feel like we're not making progress. Those feelings of helplessness are awful, but in a way, I feel like they are also wonderful, because to me they are the proof that I really love the piano more than anything else. He's got such a good heart. Even if he's a giant doofus and always looks like he's just no good at most things. He's gentler than anyone I've ever met. And somehow, I find myself wanting to protect that gentle heart of his. Because every time I see him smile like that, I feel happy. It's gotten to a point that he's in my mind even when we're not together. It makes me feel restless and confused, and I don't know what's happening to me. You're catching the gaze is what you're doing. I hear the sound of knocking, suddenly dragging my attention away from my own thoughts. When I open my eyes, I see Aki at the door. I lazily prop myself up on my elbows, looking at my brother while blinking groggily. Good morning. Wow, were you actually awake before I knocked on the door? Somewhat, in the process at least. And here I thought I need a bucket. You throw water at me and you die. Oh no, not water, just the bucket. You want to throw a bucket on me? To wake you up, yeah, that way I won't damage the bed. Buckets are heavy, you'd break my nose. Don't be so melodramatic. Either way, you should get up already. Today's your school festival. As if I'd forget something that important. You've already forgotten something else important this weekend. Did you say something? Nah, just get out of bed already before I get the bucket. I'm coming. Jeez, at least give me a minute. By the time I finally go downstairs, I am no more awake than I was minutes ago. Even after showering, drying all my fur, brushing my teeth, etc., I still feel like just crawling back onto my bed and sleeping through summer. The season hasn't even started yet, and I already hate it. Aki, is the AC on at all? I'm melting. It's only a bit warmer than the previous days. It's not that bad. No, it's definitely bad. What day did the weather report say would be the official start of summer? The 5th? Who cares? I just know that it's really hot. Aki shrugs, packing what looks to be a filled lunchbox into his bag. By the way, do you plan on coming by the festivals after school? He pauses, musing the question for a few seconds with an overly dramatic look on his face that just screams, I'm thinking. I'm not sure. I don't really want to miss much practice. The festival only lasts 4 days, and you didn't go a single day last year. There's not much of interest to me in that first place. Hey, a lot of people worked really hard to make it happen, you know. Yeah, and if any of those people were here, I'd apologize for being insensitive. And since none of them are, I'll just finish packing for school. Little brat. Aki rolls his eyes at the sight of my unhappy grumbling. I swear, he used to be so cute. By the way, Shuichini told me your class is doing a Chinese diner. Do you plan on sticking around to help any this year? You know, coffee time. Alright. Nope, you already know how I roll. I like to enjoy... Yeah, you like to be lazy, I know. What? That's just plain rude. Try to check up on Shuichini if you can, okay? Check up on Shuichi. Why? Aki's shoulders slump and he face palms, looking astonished. Come on, I already knew you forgot over the weekend, but you can't be this clueless, can you? I don't know what you mean. Shuichini's competition was this weekend. You're the only one who didn't show up. Huh? Now you remember. Aki rubs his forehead, sighing. He looks so disappointed that it hurts. No way. I can't have forgotten about that. You did. Even Jun-san showed up on Saturday, although he said he was busy on Sunday. He couldn't come. I couldn't give you much flack over it, because I found out when you guys got home that he had a competition too. Still, you could have at least showed up on Saturday if you weren't gonna be there Sunday. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly, appreciated. And thank you to our gold tier patron, Almer. Thanks for subbing to our ultimate tier. You're awesome and we love you. Ooh, got hiccups. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to our Not Safe for Work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!